Before I start, sorry if I keep saying it's just something I like saying. Hello person watching, today I'll be explaining the story of my Roblox game called Horror Exits. So it all started one day in 2024 where I was just experimenting in one of my games. And I was just experimenting with an exit door. And I was like, oh, this could actually be a pretty cool game idea. So from that day on, I went on to make Horror Exits. When I first made the game, obviously I started with the lobby, and from these clips here, we can see what it used to look like. It used to just be a little platform in the air, just floating around, and there was elevators, and when you click the button, the elevator would actually go down, and you would see a little entrance to the area, and then it would teleport you. And I tried to do a smooth transition, but didn't look good. For comparison, this is the lobby now. The lobby looks a lot better now because I actually put effort into it, because I never knew Horror Exits was gonna become whatever I've made it to now. Okay, now we're on to what floor 1 looks like. So, in these clips, you can see it doesn't look as much different as it is now, because I haven't really changed floor 1 that much. Besides dialogue and the opening cutscene, it's not that much different. But the thing is, these clips were made before the boss fight, and I don't have any footage of the boss fight at all, but the boss fight doesn't change at all. So, and if you're wondering, here's what the boss fight looks like. So to sum everything up for floor 1, not much happened. It's like the classic version of the game. Almost nothing got changed, so there's not much to talk about. But now we're on to floor 2, and oh boy, there's a lot to talk about here. So, floor 2 was made when one of my friends told me they really liked Horror Exits and I should make a sequel to the game. And I'm like, sure. So then I decided, since the floor 1 was a theme of metal, I made this one out of wood. But this floor got so many changes, so I'm probably gonna go over them. But firstly, I'll explain just what it was like. So, firstly, and in these clips, you can see you're running around, which actually did get changed. Running went back to walking because it looked horrible, and also the floor would just go way too fast without it. And then you can see, well, the boss fight at the end never existed, and that's just a thing now, I guess, in trailers. I just don't add the boss fight in the end. Yay, now we get to talk about one of the best updates, or arguably the best update, and I'm talking about Floor 2 Plus. In Floor 2 Plus, well, Floor 2 got reworked completely, removing the running mechanism, and you're just walking, because if you could just run the entire time, it would just be the floor would go really fast, and I would consider it just a mini floor. But originally I was gonna call this update Floor 2.5, but when I started making it, I had other plans in mind for a different floor called that. So I named it Floor 2 Plus because it wasn't really a new floor, it was just a plus version. It was inspired by the Doors content update. But basically, in that, I added a boss fight and just discarded the entire idea of Floor 3 because I realized how poop it would be. And I'll just roll a clip, it's amazing. as you saw there, you can see there's a huge arena, and basically when you stand in the arena, a bunch of exit doors open and a bunch of zombies come out, and it's actually decently hard. When you get in there, you kind of go grab the sword, and then you go through and you get to a door, and then you have to wait a while for it to open, and then it opens and you can leave. But basically it's really good, and I'm glad I made it. Also note the dialogue was only added today because, you know, I only made the dialogue today. Really? So this leads us to the newest update that came out, which is Floor 2.5, which is the proper one, not the one that I was gonna make, or I was gonna call it that. And it's pretty good. I didn't consider it a full floor because I'm lazy as hell, but it's good. This is when I first implemented the dialogue system, but if you play now, dialogue will be in every floor, so like that fact does not matter. But I never made a trailer for this, so again, there's no boss fight in the trailer, even though the trailer does not exist, so keeping the tradition. But in this, at the end, there's a little chase sequence with the bacon here that is haunting you after you killed him in floor 1 or whatever the hell happened to him. And, you know, it's good. Everything is perfect. Floor 3 coming out. Just kidding. Anyway, here's some bloopers. This leads us to the newest update that came out maybe like 2 days ago, and that is Floor 2.5, like the proper 2.5 version. This one is based
I'm not
in
quite
like...
sure how to help you with that.
What the